How's everybody doing? It's been a year or so. Couple of updates. I know what you're thinking right now. Hey, the shadow looks weird. Well, this ain't a shadow. What this is a 1985 Honda VF1100S, or the V65 Sabre. I just picked this up yesterday for the grand total of $1,500. It's a 1985, like I said. That makes it 33 years old. And it's just over 31,000. It was just over, or just under 31 when I purchased it. And a little information, I got my cheat sheet right down here. It came with a rifle CBX Sabre fairing. It's an 1100 class bike. Displacement on it's 1098, I think. 1098 cc's. Weighing in at 532 pound dry weight with the fender and everything on it. You know, all the fluids and everything. You're probably looking about 550 pounds curb weight as it sits. It's a 90-degree V4 engine pushing 121 horsepower at 9,500 RPMs with a 10,000 RPM red line, and about 69 foot-pounds of torque at 7,500 RPMs. It is shaft-driven with a 6-speed transmission. It's 1 through 5 and overdrive. Due to the seating position and the shape of it and all that stuff, it is considered a sport touring motorcycle. So it's got that nice aggressive foot position like a dirt bike or something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's a sport touring bike, let's just put it that way. It's got a digital gauge for fuel, engine temp, and gear indicator. It also has a clock, but I pulled the fuse out. Dual disc brakes up front, single disc rear brake, air adjustable front and rear shocks with a 32.7-inch seat height. Now the suspension is really interesting. It's air adjustable. You can put 0 to 6 pounds of air in it for ride comfort and stiffness and all that jazz. But it's also got what Honda calls the track anti-dive front end system. What that is this little knob right here on the right side fork. You can adjust it 1 through 3 for less or more anti-dive when you hit the brakes. See how it doesn't really dip down a whole lot? That's because it's cranked all the way up to 3 right now. We can drop it down to 1 and that nose will take a serious dive. 2 is actually pretty bad on the highway if you gotta stop real hard. But I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, since it is a Honda, it is liquid cooled, so it's got a radiator and fan, which is nice. According to Honda, in 1985, this thing has a top speed of 154 miles per hour, or 249 kilometers an hour. I'm not sure exactly how fast this will go, or if it'll get anywhere near that. Don't really feel like testing it out today. It looks like it's supposed to rain. So we're just gonna take a leisurely cruise. We're headed to the car wash right now. We're gonna spray down the wheels a little bit and just see if we can't pretty it up slightly. What drew me to this thing, I was in the market for another Honda Shadow, like a 750 or something. I saw like an older 700, I think it was. I saw a couple of 76, like Suzuki's and Kawasaki's, and like some older classic bikes like that, like kickstart kind of motorcycles, which I thought would be really cool to have, just because, you know, it's cool. But then I saw this thing and it was reasonably priced. It's a Honda, so I trust its reliability. It smells so bad. Hill of Beans Barbecue, they have a bike night every once in a while. Bunch of old guys on Harleys hanging out, riding motorcycles. Should be fun times. Might have to check one out one of these days. Oh yeah, we're getting sprayed down pretty good. Especially the legs, like the ankles. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh, I figured now would be a good time to talk about this. There's about 3 weeks left until the event, but a couple of friends of mine and I are going to Nashville for the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride 2018 in Nashville, Tennessee. If you've never heard about the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, what it is it's a charity ride all over the world. There's a bunch of different cities and countries and whatnot. And you raise money for prostate cancer research and men's mental health is what they raise money for. They take their donations, they give them to places like the Movember Foundation is a big partner with them. There's certain restrictions on what kind of bikes can and can't participate, whatever. Like, it's basically like, don't bring your crotch rockets. It's like vintage style, old style bikes and whatnot. Harleys and cruisers, choppers, bobbers, cafe racers, rat bikes, sidecars, all that jazz. It'll be fun times. I was gonna do it with the Shadow 600. I ended up selling it last week though, and picking this thing up. So I'll be riding this thing out to Nashville. My buddy Austin is gonna have the Shadow 600, and our friend Sean is said he's gonna come with us. He's got a Harley Sportster 48, so he'll be riding that down. There might be a few more of us. We're not too sure yet. But if you are in or around Nashville and want to come ride with us, I'll put a link in the description to the website. If you feel like this is something you want to do, go ahead and register and ride. Raise money or don't. You know, if you can't raise any money, that doesn't mean you can't go. And if you don't have a bike or can't make it to one of these rides on the 30th of September, I'll leave a link to my donation page if you want to give a couple dollars. Every little bit helps, even if it's $1 or $2. Every little bit helps. But yeah, I'd like to see about $250 worth of donations. That'd be nice. But yeah, I'll leave a link in the description. I'll put cards on the video. Just make it as easy for everyone as possible to donate or register and ride. But like I said, if you want to ride, go for it. I don't think they'll kick anyone out for riding like a Gixxer or a CBR or anything. I really don't see anyone doing that. And if they do that, I just won't do this again next year. No, that's not really something I want to associate myself with. But the whole premise is you ride your vintage style motorcycle, you dress up in a suit or some fancy clothes or something, and you ride bikes raising money for charity. Like I said, it's September 30th is when the rides are happening. The one in Nashville starts at 10 a.m. rather. Kickstands up at 11. And on the website you can search your city or a city near you or however you want to do it, and you can register to ride in that city. You can register a team of people if you'd like. You can even host a ride if you wanted to, which I might do that. There aren't any in Kentucky. I might, we'll see how this goes. I might host a ride next year, like in Louisville or Lexington or something. We'll see how it goes though. It's all dependent. But as I was saying, September 30th Just when the ride happens. Be there or be square, I guess.